Hello guys, I hope so everyone is looking good and fine and everyone is having a good sleep nowadays. Why I am telling this main questioning and main thing is in nowadays environment the sleep is become an entirely an extinct. It means it has become an endangered species level because in today's lifestyle and today's habit we don't get any kind of proper sleep. And one my small request is please do watch this video fully because this useful information is given by the new Indian Express, and I really thank this newspaper to present this wonderful information and to easily affordable to each and every kind of peoples. And they have also mentioned in the explore health category and deprived of the good sleep. Yes, in today's environment, sleep has become completely and it means it's become an extinct. It become an endangered species. So without going into extra things, let's straightly go into this video because and also I would like to request whoever watches this video, please do watch it fully, and it gives lot of information to you, and you can also share this information to other people, and you could have a good discussion with other kind of people too. Why I am telling? Because in today's environment sleep is completely it become an invisible one. We can't find the sleep in a good way. So without getting much information, let's get started into this video. And here in this little para, they just mentioned a person whose name is Anil Kumar, and he's a 42-year-old chartered accountant, and he usually phones himself awake at the 2 a.m., mostly at the midnights and mostly at the night times. And once he got, it means when he wakes up, and he couldn't able to fall again. And at the beginning, he just thought he just had a work stress, a little bit of other kind of stress. So he used to have a lot of herbal teas and a lot of other exercises also. Even though he's been consuming this kind of thing, he couldn't have a good sleep. And later on he just came to know, and his wife mentioned he snores a lot and loudly and alarmingly, and sometimes he it means automatically the breath of himself stops and suddenly he gets awakened. So he literally don't know what kind of things is been occurring because he has a stressful environment. Alongside, he used to use a lot of gadgets, especially in the phones. So why this phones and why this caffeine, especially this coffee, tea, and especially the stressful environment? Why these kind of things leads to depriving of the good sleep? So before going to sleep, we should definitely see about the brain because the brain is a center part of controlling of every kind of sleep. So we can just a little bit I will explain about the brain, and later on we can go why this sleep is not occurring. So you could have seen this is the brain thing. So this is the entirely brain thing, and this brain is so much responsible for every activity that's been occurring in the body. And there is one of the most, it means most essential part and most important part, that's called as hypothalamus. This is called as hypothalamus. So this is the most important thing that's regulate the entire sleep of our body because it's like a central part. Without hypothalamus, it can't take because this hypothalamus is the master control for the entire sleep that's been occurring in our body. So this hypothalamus only tells, okay, our body has become so much weak and tired, so let us go to sleep. So this hour is okay and this hour is not okay. So this hypothalamus is the main control center of the body to get sleep. And second thing is the brainstem. So in this brainstem, little bit of other extra things is there. One is pons and medulla and midbrain. So these are other parts that's it means this enhances and the boost sleeps. It means like how to say means if there is a king means there will definitely be lot of it means in English in Tamil I could say easily, but okay, let's see in pawn, it means soldiers and the bishops and a little bit of other kind of things. It means the assembly will be there. So the king is the hypothalamus, and simultaneously the other kind of persons are this brainstem, and next one is pineal gland. So pineal gland is also so much important, especially for melatonin secretion, melatonin, because for sleep essential is the melatonin hormone and melatonin and as well as the serotonin. And these two hormones are so much important to get a person sleep. Okay, why this? It means why this, especially this brain part, is so much regulated to the memory and as well as the daily activities as well as the sleep. So this you can see this. You can see this is the brain part. This is the brain part that is so much essential for a person to get sleep. Okay, why the sleep is important and how does it regulate with the brain as well as the memory? Because you can see each and every time when you see, you can see there is this part, this back part is a visual cortex, receive signal from the eyes. It means whenever we see a signal in the front eyes, the signal goes and process at the back side of the brain. So this back side is so much important because you can see touch processing, learn to speak, and understanding language and vision, all are considered all are the back side of the brain. So when comparing to the front side, the back side of the brain is so much important. So that's why when we fall back side, mostly the people used to come and scan this back side of the point view. So this is the most important thing. And simultaneously, this visual cortex, it means that receives the memory, and where it stores, it goes and stores in the brain, especially in the pineal gland, and especially in the brain stems, and in the hippocampus also. Hippocampus. So this is the main part where the brain comes and stores. Sorry, where the memory comes and stores. If mostly this hippocampus just stores the memory in the short term, it doesn't store in the long term. If you need long term, means there is another thing called cerebral cortex. This cerebral cortex is so much essential for long term memory. See, this one thing, hippocampus and simultaneously cerebral cortex is so much important. If this kind of two things goes in an irregular way or in a not aligned way, means the memory won't able to get processed in our brain, and it won't be stored as long term memory. You would have known about the Alzheimer's disease, because in a person who has Alzheimer's disease, they don't have good memory capacity, brain capacity. So this kind of Alzheimer's disease person doesn't have a good, well established hippocampus and cerebral cortex. Why? Because you would have known about the neurons, and the neuron function won't be occurred properly in the brain, because each and every neuron sends lot of signals in the brain, and signaling activities occurs in the brain. So if a person they are not take enough sleep, means memory can't align. Because for example, how to say, okay, let us suppose you are just using the eyes. It means you are using this eyes and seeing, and later on all the information comes in the visual cortex and it goes to hippocampus. So first the eyes, next the hippocampus. It means next this one, this visual cortex. Visual cortex, it means it sees the thing in your brain, and next to hippocampus. And next where it goes? It goes to memory storage. Memory storage means it's so important. This hippocampus is responsible for short storage of memory. Suppose it means for example, you are seeing lot of information day to day. It means during the morning you are seeing lot of information. This is one information. This one. So you can see this. This is full of lot of information that's been stored in the hippocampus. So when we have a good amount of sleep, this information translates into like this. So it aligns properly. So this kind of information is much needed. This kind of information much not needed. So it divides into subcategories. So it divides into subcategories and makes it a B, C, D, E, F, and each and everything goes and stored in a particular rack section. So that's the value of the hippocampus. So this hippocampus is only for short term. So for long term memory, you need cerebral cortex to function a proper way. So my handwriting will be a little bit like this. So don't take care. So don't care this. And this cerebral cortex will go and store the short term memory into long term memory. So for all of this thing, guys, literally you see, for all of this thing, sleep is essential. Suppose you can see whenever your neighbors, it means whenever your family members doesn't have a good sleep, you can see they can't function easily, they can't speak easily, they can't see everything easily, and you can see the way of speaking, the way of handling, and the memory also starts to deprive, it starts to decrease. So that's why sleep is so much important things. And other thing is, during the sleep time only, our body used to get relaxed. It means our body goes to in a relaxed mode, and repair of cells is occurring, repair and regaining of memories, and all of other thing also goes and happen, especially in this stage of cycle. So that's why the sleep is so much important to us. And you also know about the sleep cycles, and there is one thing called rapid eye movement sleep, rapid eye movement, and as well as deep sleep. So rapid eye sleep movement occurs at the first stage, and this deep sleep occurs at the second stage, and simultaneously this cycle repeats. If this is a part, means simultaneously next B part, again rapid eye movement, next deep sleep, next C part, rapid eye movement, deep sleep. So this kind of cycle continuously occurs, that's in a brain. So that's why this kind of both things are so important. So during the deep sleep cycle only, mostly the melatonin and serotonin, this kind of hormone secretes. So this melatonin and serotonin are the sleep regulator hormone that goes and triggers this kind of all of the other parts of the brain, and simultaneously it means it makes the brain to align properly and to work in a proper flow direction. And the other thing I want to mention is suppose most of the time, mostly people related to the melatonin, but one thing is we need to have lot of serotonin, and this serotonin boosts the melatonin secretion. and mostly we can get this melatonin from the foods. And at the end of the video I will just tell what are the food we need to consume to have a good melatonin. To have a good amount of serotonin, walk in sunlight, because vitamin D is so much important for also a good sleep. So if you have a good amount of serotonin, that also triggers the melatonin secretion, so that leads to a good proper health and good proper activities daily. If you don't have any proper amount of sleep, it means well amount of sleep, you will get lot of problems, and you couldn't speak, you couldn't have a good memory. And even though we couldn't see a lot of people going for the exam, if they haven't slept properly, means they will have a lot of problem in their memory, and we can't write the exam properly. So that's why sleep is so much important. Now you can able to understand why I am telling this so much in detail. So now we can go to the problem. It means that's given in the Indian Express. And see, here it has been given, sometimes the breathing has stopped, and the other thing you just see guys, wait, let me zoom a little bit. Now you can see, I think so. It's okay. And you can see that it is, and see, here we spend 1/3 of our life in sleep itself. Nearly 1/3 of the time goes by sleeping itself. Remaining 2/3 only we are doing the work and other kind of thing. So that's why sleep is so much important. And your brain is incredibly active during the timings. It means during this time, especially during the night time, our brain becomes still bit active, because we have to we have to remove it means the toxin content in the brain, and we have to align the memory properly in the hippocampus, and we have to formulate each and everything, because our brain is a central part that controls each and everything. So if a kidney have to work function properly, means this brain sends a signal to the kidney, okay kidney, you work and stop, like that. So that's why brain is also related to a lot of other parts, and simultaneously to the sleep. And you can see, whenever you have disturbance in, especially in the circadian rhythm, it means daily work, and we used to have night terrors and sleepwalking, because most of the people used to go and walk during the sleep. And you can see in nowadays condition, the insomnia and sleep apnea top list in the frequent and in impact. So a lot of people have this kind of thing. So why this kind of thing is been occurring? Due to the stress and illness, because we don't used to talk to the people nowadays. We used to talk to the phones, and we used to we used to have interaction with only the phones, and we used to watch a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of other kind of videos. And you can see then why I should watch your video. So this is a useful guidance, so you can watch. So let's get back to the topic. And see, there is another condition called chronic insomnia, which can impair memory and reduce concentration and diminish work performance. So this is also other kind of important thing. You can see guys, whenever the sleep is decreased, it leads to cardiovascular tissue. You can see a risk of cardiovascular tissue, anxiety and depression. So that's why nowadays lot of people used to have a lot of depression tablets. And you can see lot of people nowadays don't have any kind of good communication relationship with a lot of friends. They used to stay alone in their homes. So that also leads to depression. It means stressful life. So the sleep will also get decreased. So it's also an important thing that we have to note. And the next one thing is obstructive sleep apnea. So this is also one of the other important things, guys. And this thing, literally I was literally amazed after reading this. Wait, I will just show you the tongue picture so you can have a good understanding. Wait, one sec. Where is that? Okay, this is one is okay, I think so. And you can see this is it means head portion. So you can see this is the tongue. So whenever it means, you can see this passage, there is a two passage. One passage goes to the air and simultaneously next to the food pipe. So while we are sleeping, you just consider like this. The person is sleeping in like this in horizontal way, and while he is sleeping, this kind of tongue goes downwards. Please, you can see this kind of tongue goes downwards and blocks the air passage. Wow! Literally by this also, the people don't used to get a good amount of sleep, as it blocks the entire air passage. What will happen? It means we can't breathe. So suddenly the people used to wake up. So you can see here, it means in here I just noted stop breathing. It means you can see stop breathing during the sleep. So during this time, the tongue muscle get relaxed and goes backwards. Why? Because so simple, guys, because of gravity. Wow! Because of little bit, you just see the earth's gravity is 9.8, and because of this gravity the tongues goes downwards. Literally I was amazed by reading this. So during this time we get blockage of air and the person used to wake. And other thing is, there is another thing called central sleep apnea, and this kind of central sleep apnea, where the brain it means fails to send proper signal to the breathing muscles. So the brain doesn't have that much capability to send the signals. So if we had, and if it means, what is the brain? Brain is fully established of cells made of full of neurons. If you have a good amount of neurons, the signals will be so much proper. If the neuron signal is not so much that much high, means definitely it doesn't send signal through a lot of other kind of muscles. So that's why brain signaling also so much important. See, you can see it also increases risk of heart attack, stroke, and type 2 diabetes, and a lot of other things also is being related. And this obstructive sleep apnea is related to the traffic accidents. So that's why the taking of proper rest is so much essential, guys. And it means most of the time we can serve. Nowadays the young adults also is not having a good amount of sleep. Lot of people are using lot of phones and lot of other kind of stress. At the younger age itself, we used to have lot of stress because we don't used to read lot of books, and we don't used to have lot of interaction with the people. So whenever a small problems comes to us, we start to align ourselves. We have a problem and I don't have to face, we don't have to face, like that we are just running away. So that's why talking with friends is so much important, guys. Suppose for example, you don't talk with a person the whole entire day, and the next day you have an interaction with nearly 3 to 4 guys, and you will feel so much relaxed and you will have a good sleep at the time. So that's why sleep is so much important while communicating with the peoples too. So if you don't have any kind of, it means sleep means you just go and have a interaction with a lot of people. So in remaining paragraph, it means they did a case study because how the people's comes to not sleeping. So the other thing is sleep study is called as polysomnography. So this is also important word, polysomnography, and it means they have just told, and there it means it records electric signals and brain activity. So after this kind of recording, they used to have it means they used to record, and they used to tell the peoples how you can improve your way of activities and way of sleep also. So that's why this remaining entire paragraph is being told. So now you could understand little bit, I think so. Now the other thing what I have to mention is, suppose if you want to have a good sleep, means definitely you should consume lot of magnesium content foods, magnesium and melatonin foods, melatonin and tryptophan. So these are the sleep hormone and essentially some of the most important minerals that is needed to our body. So one thing, suppose if you have any kind of nuts, means especially mostly is almonds and walnuts and cashew nuts. So because all of the three is rich in magnesium, especially in almonds it is rich in magnesium, and this kind of almond also has a good melatonin secretion that enhances in the body. And simultaneously when you see the walnut, it has omega-3 fatty acids, omega-3 and also the melatonin. So this kind of three things you should, it means don't eat so much, but you should eat at least minimum. Suppose if you eat almond, means at least eat 6 to 8, and walnut just a half piece is enough, not more than that. More, you should not eat more than one piece. See, walnut exactly looks like a brain shape. So this walnut is so much related to the brain. So whenever you eat walnut, it also regulates, it means it makes the brain to work so much efficient. And cashew nut also same, it also have magnesium and it means it relaxes the muscle. So another thing is, suppose another thing is banana is so much affordable, guys. So you should have at least eat 1 or 2 banana daily. So because banana has a lot of magnesium and as well as potassium. This potassium is so much important for the heart muscles to work properly. So eat banana and simultaneously pumpkin seeds. Roasted pumpkin seed is so much enough. So because pumpkin seed will be so much tasty to eat, and you also just have a good try. Because when you have pumpkin, magnesium and zinc content, zinc will also improves the sleep content. So I think so. Now you said you just have a proper element, and mostly used to sleep at 10 to 4. 10 to 4 is enough, or 10:30 to 5:30 is so much enough. Because if you went so much late wake up means at 6:30 or 7 means our body will be only rest mode. Because as I said before, this rapid eye movement sleep and deep sleep, again this kind of part repeats. So we should not wake you, especially in the deep sleep, guys, because deep sleep is continually goes to resting first. And suppose if we wake up in the deep sleep, we would, the entire day will be a worst day, and our muscle will start to pain, because especially in this deep sleep only our muscle it starts to repair itself and start to work properly. So that's why this deep sleep is so much important. So we should get at the rapid eye movement sleep. So this one is a good thing, but getting up in a deep sleep is a so much worst thing. So you should not do this kind of thing. Mostly do sleep at 10 to 4, and definitely you should have a sleep between 10 to 1 o'clock, because this hours is most important for melatonin and serotonin secretion. So have a good sleep between 11 to 1. Okay, I can suppose now you could understand, I think so. So that's it guys video, and I literally thank this Indian Express to give such a wonderful information. And as I did a little bit of case study, and I used to get little this kind of information. I hope so this video finds useful to you guys. Suppose you find this video so much useful, please do a like and share to your friends, and subscribe to my channel. If you are so much interested and if you like my channel, then just subscribe. And I'm also thankful for and having 50 subscribers in today, because at before 1 hour I just reached 50 subscribers, and I literally thank every one of the subscribers who subscribed me. And I also used to read a lot of comments. They were very much supportive, and they usually tell a little bit of extra advice to me. So I very much thank you for your kind information, and let me see you in the next video guys. And I hope so this video is so much useful to you. Then see you then, then take care, bye bye.